Basically, we are a development bank. We are owned by the state. We are just focused on the agriculture. The important thing about the Agrobanco is that we are positioned all around the country in Peru. And we have like 80 branches, 80 agencies providing credit to the peasants, to the farmers. And we understand this is a very good position in order to support precisely all these initiatives concerning the control of the effects of the climate change. So, given this, we have initiated one important initiative, what we call becoming a green bank. So this is the idea. So we have created a intensive plan, action plan, in order to take specific steps for this purpose. So an agricultural bank in an excellent position in order to contribute in this process for trying to control, to improve the management of the changes of the climate.
So what kind of blocks are currently in the way of people in rural communities who want to invest in, I don't know, greener and cleaner ways to go about their farming?
You see, one of the characteristics in Peru is that we have the peasants, the agriculture, scattered all around the country. So our aim as a bank is to provide credit for most of the peasants, which is small in size. I mean, the activity is small in size. So what we try to do is to work not necessarily one by one, but through associations. Here in Peru, we have cooperatives, we have communities. We work with them in order to get to these small farmers. So in Peru, we have a large variety because for anyone who knows Peru knows that the geography in Peru is very diverse. We have a coast, we have a mountain, we have a jungle. So depending on the area, we have different crops. In the coast, we have rice, we have wheat. In the Andes, in the mountains, we have potatoes, and in the jungle, we have mostly coffee. So we work with all of them, trying to get to them depending on the environment.
Give us a sense about what kind of level of finance we're talking about. There was a UN report out this morning saying that global finance flows related to climate change projects amounted to 650 billion between 2011 and 2012. Give us a sense from a Peruvian perspective about what kind of levels you're talking about here.
No, this is still a small bank for international standards, but let me put it this way. The total portfolio of Agrobanco is around $500 million. But 3 years ago, it was only 100 million. So we are growing very rapidly. So what we are aiming and we're trying now is an increasing part of these 500 million or perhaps 1 billion in 2 or 3 years. An increasing part of that could be connected or engaged with better practices regarding the climate change or the environment, right? So now it's a very small part. We know that. But the thing is, we have decided to change that. That we're trying to access to green funds, for example, starting right now with some technical assistance from the international cooperation in order for us to be to receive some accreditations because of the standard we have to reach in order to be available to reach these funds. So starting from there, putting good practices, good management systems, good standards within the organization, we will try to get to provide credits to our clients, requiring them also to endorse these good practices. Yes.
What do you make about the Green Climate Fund? Is it open enough at the moment to the private sector There's been a lot of talk about how much public funds have gone into it, but the long-term aim is for private sector finance to really sort of leverage those public funds. How open do you sense it is at the moment to banks like your own?
There is not a clear figure of that, but what we identified, there is isolated initiatives. There's some work going on. There are some banks, for example. Right now, we are about to launch what we call the Green Protocol. It's an initiative led by the Ministry of Agriculture, but is engaging most of the financial institutions. We have private and state-owned banks. Everyone's going to subscribe this initiative in order to commit ourselves, we want to put that kind of funds in order for these projects to go on. So there are some I wouldn't say that an exact number of that, but the good thing is about the commitment we are as a group right now subscribing.
And in terms of Peru, in terms of the Peruvian government, there's been a lot said this week and in the lead up to this conference how the government wants to change the way it deals with the environment. It wants to invest in more climate-friendly initiatives. That said, there are also reports that deforestation in Peru is on the rise. So how do you see this country at the moment going? Do you sense there is a framework for climate-friendly investments, or are there still problems blocking that?
I say this is a moment of change. Indeed, there's a concern about deforestation. As a bank, we haven't been requiring anyone to comply with any specific standard. So our goal now is to start requiring that kind of policies. We do have some very small and specific projects that we are financing about reforestation, very nice ones. For instance, we have one that we have a commitment to reforest like 4,000 hectares in Huánuco, and we would like to replicate this initiative in any other part. There is awareness now, very different, coming from the private sector in general, of course from the government. I would say that in the coming future we're going to have more and more of these kinds of projects. So this is, the awareness is different, the commitment is different, so I would say that this is going to be a change of trend right now.